Hey, welcome to the Weekly Wave. You told yourself you'd start at 9 a.m., but then you needed breakfast. Then you needed coffee. Then you needed to get into the right mindset, whatever that means. Now it's 3 p.m., and you're somehow deep into a YouTube rabbit hole about ancient civilizations. Sound familiar? Yeah, me too. Procrastination is that little voice in your head that says, you got time. It convinces you that your deadlines are suggestions and that your future self will magically have more energy, motivation, and somehow time. Here's the thing though. Your future self is just as tired, unmotivated, and busy as you are right now. So why do we do this? Why do we sabotage our own success? And more importantly, how do we break the cycle once and for all? I'm going to break down the science behind procrastination, the sneaky ways it controls our lives, and the real battle-tested strategies to finally take action against it. So why do we procrastinate? Well, first things first, procrastination is not laziness. Laziness is when you just don't care. Procrastination is when you do care, but you still just choose to not act. What's the real reason? Your brain is playing defense. Procrastination is your brain's way of avoiding discomfort. It's not that you don't want to get things done. It's that your brain is wired to prioritize short-term relief over long-term rewards. Just think about it. If a task feels overwhelming, your brain convinces you to take a break first. If the task feels boring, your brain craves something more stimulating, like social media or TikTok or YouTube or binge watching that show on Netflix. If a task feels risky, your brain avoids it to dodge the failure. This is called time inconsistency, where your present self chooses comfort even though your future self will suffer for it. Imagine if you had a clone. One version of you lives in the present. This version wants instant gratification. The other version of you lives in the future, where deadlines exist, bills are due, and consequences are very real. Your present self keeps screwing over your future self, and future you is getting sick of it. Procrastination is also a master manipulator. It feeds you lies, and you believe them every time. So let's break down the biggest ones. The first one, I work better under pressure. No, you panic better under pressure. You think you're a genius in the crunch time, but in reality, you're just scrambling. That last minute paper, it might be decent, but imagine how much better it would have been if you had time to edit and refine it. The second is, I don't have enough time right now. But somehow, you had enough time to scroll Instagram for an hour. You don't need more time. You just need more discipline. The third is, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, this is one of my favorites. Be honest. How many times has tomorrow actually been different? Tomorrow turns into next week turned into next month, and suddenly it's December and you're still making the same excuses. And fourth, I need to be in the right mood. Here's the hard truth. Motivation is unreliable as hell. If you only worked when you feel like it, you never get anything done. Successful people don't wait for motivation. They create systems that make action easier, even when they don't feel like it. Let's go deeper, though. We're going to look at the emotional side of procrastination. Because procrastination isn't just about distractions, it's often rooted in emotion. Fear of failure, you avoid starting. Fear of imperfection, you avoid finishing. Fear of making the wrong choice, you avoid deciding. Procrastination is self-protection. If you don't start, you can't fail. If you don't finish, no one can judge your work. And if you don't choose, you can't regret anything. But here's the problem with that. Avoidance feels good in the moment, but in the long term, it destroys your confidence. The more you procrastinate, the more you reinforce the idea that you can't handle challenges. It becomes an infinite loop. Step 1, avoid the task. Step 2, you feel guilty and anxious. Step 3, you avoid the task even more to escape that feeling. Step 4, now the task feels bigger and scarier. And the cycle repeats. How do you break that cycle? Let's talk solutions. First is the 2-minute rule. If the task takes less than 2 minutes, just do it immediately. Responding to an email, 2 minutes. Washing a dish, 2 minutes. Setting up a document, 2 minutes. Small tasks often pile up fast. Kill them before they grow. The second is the 5-minute rule. Tell yourself, I'll just do this for 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes of writing. 5 minutes of studying. Just 5 minutes of working out. And 99% of the time, once you start, you'll keep going. Starting is the hardest part. Third, make it stupidly easy. Lower the barrier to entry. You want to read more? Put a book under your pillow. Want to work out? Set out your gym clothes the night before. You want to stop using your phone in bed? Charge it across the room. Remove the friction between you and action. Fourth is the future me perspective. Ask yourself, what would future me want to do right now? Future you is either thanking you or cursing you, so choose wisely. Fifth, the public commitment trick. Tell someone your deadline. Announce it. Put social pressure on yourself. And suddenly, procrastination isn't just an internal problem, it becomes external. Sixth is time boxing, or otherwise known as Parkinson's Law. Work expands to fit the time you give it. If you give yourself a whole day to write an essay, you'll take the whole day. But if you set a 1-hour deadline, you can get it done a hell of a lot faster. And lastly, you gotta reward progress, not perfection. Perfectionism is procrastination's best friend. Stop aiming for perfect. Aim for done. Reward yourself for progress, no matter how small that progress is. Let me leave you with this. Life doesn't wait for you to feel like it. Success isn't about motivation. It's honestly about consistency. Procrastination is like stealing from your future self. Every time you put something off, you're borrowing time from your own dreams, goals, and future peace of mind. So, do yourself a favor. Stop overthinking. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Close this video and just do the thing. Because discipline will take you places motivation never could. Thank you so much for listening.